Good evening, Melissa Johnson here. Today is December 22nd. We are 2.5 days away from Christmas. This is episode 16. I can't believe I made it to 16. I have not even thought about anything about people watching it or anything. I think that's helping me. I watched a podcaster that did like a seminar, and he said most podcasters don't go past episode 7 because they start getting discouraged. So I haven't looked. I look at my comments and that's it. And I don't look at who shared it, how many's looked at it, and nothing like that. But anyway, I sound better today. Still a little scratchy. I have my hot tea, I have my cough drops, so I should be okay. Uh Thank you for watching. Please like and share. Today I am going to talk a little bit about America Fest, which is the TPUSA event that was over the weekend. It was the first one without Charlie Kirk. It was a little bit more crazy than usual, but very expected. They It's only been 3 months, so they're still mourning. They're still trying to get their groove, and it's a bit hard for the whole party, and we're being on hard each other. And I feel like we need to realize that we're all mourning in different ways. Again, I have been to a couple TPUSA events. I didn't really meet Charlie. Probably got close enough to say hello. I did a couple of his like sessions, but I never really got to meet him. I didn't really know him at all. But because I followed him and watched his videos, of course, I felt like I know him. It's like you watch your podcast people, and I feel like I know them. So I'm mourning a different way than other people would. I'm also mourning as a Christian because he was my brother. So that is a different. It's like I didn't know him personally, but he was my brother in Christ. So it hit me that way. Um, so I feel like we're getting really. I'm trying to think of the word that I could make it sound where it doesn't sound insensitive, but I feel like people are not mourning correctly. Number one, people that knew him, I feel like they haven't been able to mourn because they're in public eye, and they have to keep going and going and going. And people want to tell people how to mourn also. So it's like, how you tell a widow how to mourn? Like how you have no idea unless you're a widow. And even still, people still mourn different. And everyone has to have an opinion about Erica Kirk on how she should do this and that and this and that. And I watched a video of him, and he said something ever happened to him, he wanted Erica to take over. So for people to say it shouldn't be her, why wouldn't it be her? He said he wanted her to take over. Should she have maybe taken some time to mourn? Maybe. She probably could use some time to mourn. But again, this may be her mourning. Like, we don't know. People want to just assume that we know everything about everyone because they're in our eyes and we can see them. But honestly, unless we're in their shoes, we have no idea. I mean, I have no idea. I've, never lost a spouse, so I don't know. I know my oldest son's father passed away. It was hard, and I haven't been with him in 20 years. Well, no, it's longer than that. Uh, 28 years, you know? So I just wish that people would not do that to other people, especially when we're all supposed to be on the same team. And I feel like right now that's our main problem right now. We're not really uh mourning, and I'm hoping maybe like the Christmas break, if everybody takes off for Christmas and just takes off a week or whatever everyone's doing. I know most podcasters already have taken off. Like a lot of podcasters didn't even do their podcast this morning that I usually watch. Uh so maybe once everybody has off, come back next year, get refreshed, feel better. Because right now I think that's the main problem with our party right now. It's just everyone's still in shock. Everyone needs time to heal, and everyone's just attacking each other because they need time to mourn. And again, not sure if that's the reason. I'm just taking it that way because we all need to heal. We all need to mourn. Everyone needs to mourn. It doesn't matter who you are. Um, I wish that people would just stop, you know, telling people how they should handle things. Uh, no one knows exactly what Erica Kirk does in the background. Like, what does she do at home? We don't know. We're not sitting next to her. And I think we just need to give her a break. And I know it's hard when you're in the public eye, you're always getting scrutinized. It really, you could be a saint, you could be, anybody. I mean, Jesus got scrutinized and he was perfect. So I guess it's just the way it's going to be. But I feel like it's really hurting our party right now. But again, like I said, hopefully everyone will have off for a week and a half or whatever, have some time to heal, relax, decompress, come back and be fresh and ready for the mission. Because that's another thing. Like the infighting, I get it, we're people, okay? The lashing out on the stage at TPUSA, America Fest, whatever. Some of it was unnecessary, but some of it was needed to be said. Okay. It's like, no, we should never deplatform people. I don't agree with that. Never cancel people. No. Freedom of speech. I don't say that. We don't have to listen to them. We don't have to show their clips. We don't have to talk about them if we don't agree with them. We can just ignore them. Sorry. But to say people should get canceled or deplatformed, I don't agree with that. Well, I guess I'm not much better. Anyway, I definitely don't agree with that. So, but I think something needs to be said because I believe certain people should be called out when they're hurting the party. If you're constantly causing division, you need to be called out for that. And not saying you should be deplatformed. No. But say, hey, so and so, you're hurting the cause. What's the deal? And again, I don't know Charlie personally. I just know from what I've seen, I feel like he may pull the people aside personally. I mean, he may call them on the phone, shoot them a text. I don't know. But uh at least say something. Don't just act like it's okay. And I think our party's just letting stuff go. And I think it's really hurting us. So again, in a way, we should call people out. I don't think calling them names and stuff like that. I just say, hey, you're hurting the party. Like, what's your plan? What are you trying to do? Stuff like that. And again, I don't agree with a lot of things that other people say, and they may not agree with what I say, but that doesn't mean I should deplatform them, cancel them, anything like that. I definitely don't agree with that. I think that is never the right thing. Even if you're cussing, calling people names, again, you're right. Just don't watch them. It's just like a movie. You don't like the content, don't watch it. It's real simple. So I don't know. Like I said, my hope is that when everyone has off, takes a break, we recalibrate and start over because we gotta unite with the midterms. That's what our goal is, and that's what Charlie was about. Mission focus. That's what we're about. Focus on the mission. The mission is win the midterms right now. Like, yes, we have side missions, which is, yes, we want to keep the border safe. Yes, we want to deport people. Yes, we want prices to come down. Yes, we want all these things. But the main mission is keep the House, keep the Senate, keep our country. That's the main goal right now. And so we need to be refocused on that. Like I said, all this other stuff can be side stuff. It is all important. Yes, we need prices to come down some more. We need the border to stay secure. Right now, it's fantastic. We need it to stay it that way. Yes, we need more people deported. Someone this morning that I was watching said that there was 1.9 million self-deported and 605,000 were physically deported by us. Again, we would like those numbers to be higher. Many reasons why they're not higher. Okay. I'm going to tell you what some of them are that I know for fact. There's some things I'm going to say that are my opinion. Fact. People keep impeding. Okay. When they're laying in the streets, when they're throwing bombs and stuff at ICE agents, when they're blowing up stuff, when they're doing all this stuff that's impeding ICE, so they're not doing their job. That keeps them from doing their job. You have city mayors and governors that are impeding also. They're getting courts involved where the courts has to come in, then we're taking our time with the courts. That's holding us back. Okay. Supreme Court said Trump has every reason he's allowed to use ICE. So these judges, these mayors, these governors should be complying, but they're not. So therefore, now we have these people that are not being deported. So we need to stop blaming Trump because he's one person. He's not ICE, number one. He can't make anything happen that he can make. What do you want him to go with ICE every raid and lock people up himself? Honestly, would love to see that. That would be amazing. Which I mean, he did that one time. He went in the streets with the National Guard. That was pretty cool. We were there that day and we left early, so we didn't get to see when he was out on the streets. But but that's facts on. We know the judges, we know the mayors, we know the governors are impeding. We know the protesters are impeding. We know all this is fact. We can watch the news and see it. We can listen to podcasters and they have proof. They show the clips. They show you like the court findings. I mean, I've seen it all. It's actual facts. And plus, you can look it up on websites and see all the court cases, all the, mayors and governors that are saying we don't want ICE here, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Then I'm going to say what I think, what is also hurting the deportations is, again, this is not proven. This is my just guess on some of the things that I've seen on what be going on. Once the people get detained and get sent to the uh, place so they can get vetted or whatever happens when they get deported, again, I have no idea. I think a couple different things could be happening. They're keeping them held there just so they can try to get them out and put them back in the streets. Number two is they are just letting them back out. There's probably people that are there that are not with us. So they're probably just letting back on the streets. And then they're hiding and we can't find them again. Um and then three is they're um actually just waiting to get deported. Not anything sketchy, just waiting. And again, that is not a number because they're not actually deported. They're just sitting there waiting to actually get deported. I heard the number on how much it costs to deport somebody. It's like $20,000. So if you think about how much it costs to deport someone, probably the reason why it might not be done right away. Again, I have no idea, but they did say it was like roughly $20,000. And someone also did say that they were raising it to 3,000 if they self deport. And so that might help with the self deporting and then we won't have to worry about, so much tax dollars, not 20,000, it would only be 3. I said maybe 5. That might even give them. I mean, that's still saving us $15,000. And if they self deport, then they can come back legally. If we deport you, you can't come back. So that also could help. And if you self deport, you're out of here. We don't have to have all this paperwork. I think you could still go on the app just like you could to get into the country illegally. This is legal. And you're self deporting. They give you money and you go over the border. I mean, honestly, I would think, again, not really sure if you can just walk over and then come back legally. I would feel like they would let you do that. I'm sorry, my dog's freaking out because of the neighbors. Again, I don't know if there's like a time that you have to wait, 3 months, 6 months, I don't know. But I'm thinking like if they gave somebody $5,000, they could go back to their country for a little bit and live. It was funny. The podcast I was watching, he said, "Give them 10,000, they'll go live with like a king in their country." But I may not want to come back. But I think 10's a little high. But again, if it's 20, that's still saving us 10. So it's still half the money. Again, I'm not sure. I just know stuff from what I hear, and some of the things I'm just guessing. Like I said, I'm not sure if there's a time limit on how, like if I if I was self deporting, I don't know if you can just walk out of the country, turn around and come back. I mean, I don't know because you don't have real papers probably. So you'd probably have to go back to your country at least to get your real papers. Because that could be a lot of the problem is people don't have real papers. That could be the reason why it's taking so long for them to get deported. So there's just a lot of factors that people don't realize. Like people just think, again, like I said yesterday, we live in a microwave system and everyone wants everything done in a minute and everything doesn't take that long. I wish a lot of things would happen in a minute, but we know it takes time. And to me, I'm feeling positive about it because I feel like our country's going in the right way. I would love definitely for prices to come down more, but I know it's going to take time. It's not going to happen in 5 minutes. So I've noticed prices coming down a lot more. Apparently, a lot of people I watch, I don't know where they live, but they're complaining a lot about grocery prices. And I mean, I go to Publix, which is a high-end grocery store. I don't buy all my groceries there. No, of course not. But I go in there because they do have a lot of buy one get ones. And I mean, they're not super affordable, but I mean, I've noticed their prices are coming down because I go in there all the time and their prices are still kind of high. Again, like I said, they're a high-end grocery store. They're not, Walmart. But I do notice their prices are going down and they do a lot of buy one get ones. So, and you only have to buy one and you get a half price, not have to buy two to get both. So, I've noticed a lot and I just don't know where people live that keep saying that groceries are so high. Again, they could be. And where are you shopping? If are you going to a high-end grocery store? The prices are going to be high because they were high before all this. You know, like I said, Publix is high end. They're high. They're much higher than Walmart. They're much higher than Aldi, but they have a lot more variety than Aldi. But Aldi is definitely the cheapest place to go. Uh, I don't really like giving them references, but they are the cheapest. If you're on a budget, that's the best place to go. Um, and then you have Walmart, which would be the next. Um, Around here we have Food Lion and we have Food City. Um, Again, they both have buy one get ones. Food Lion, their meat's a little high. But they do have good sales. Some of their stuff's a little bit lower than Publix. But then Food City also has buy one get ones. They do have a good meat sale every day, and they have like buy 5 for 20, and you get like a variety of meats. Um, so again, they have some sales, and it'll be like $5 days. So to me, I've seen a lot of prices come down. The gas, I feel it could be a little bit lower. It is to me not really going down in the last couple weeks. It like dropped 30 cents and it's kind of just staying. Uh, so it's like 230. Trying to remember, saw gas today. I think it was like 231 was like the cheapest one I saw today. Um, the Walmart is usually general the cheapest. There was one Walmart that was 223, but that happened last week and then it would jump back up 20 cents. So I don't know if they do a special that I don't know about and they lower it for a day or something. But it's like 231 is like what it is around here, which again should be a lot lower because there's places it's under $2. The barrel of gas is the same price everywhere. So that's the one thing I'm not understanding because gas definitely should be cheaper than it is everywhere. Uh, but I'm not really, I mean, I don't have anything really bad to say that's happening. I know people are really bent out of shape about Epstein files. I could care less about those. If people think they're going to know the truth from that, they're just not smart people because we're never going to know. We're never going to know all the people. We're never going to know all the facts. Honestly, if they could just get the people we already know, I mean, the island, no one's on the island. We're finding kids. We're getting these sex trafficking people. I mean, yeah, I do want people to pay, but realistically, right now, that's not our top priority. Like, yeah, that's important. But again, it could be going on at the same time as something else. Doesn't need to be top priority. It just needs to be constantly happening. Okay. So they didn't meet the time limit of the files coming out. So now all this stuff's going on with Pam Bondi. Anyway, uh, the podcaster I was watching said they just need to get rid of her, fire her. Maybe. I mean, again, not necessarily it's her. I mean, people want to blame her, the deep state's deep, people. You just realize how deep the deep state is. People think it's, 5 people. Okay. We think it's what? Three couples run the whole deep state. That's a negative. The deep state is every country in this whole world is the deep state. There's people in every country that's part of the deep state. So I don't see much going on with Epstein. And I'm sad to say that. I think we're taking way too much time on it. It needs to be something that's happening, but to make it our main focus right now, and they can keep investigating and finding files and doing all this stuff, but that needs to not be what everybody's so worried about. Like everybody's focus is Epstein files. Okay. Nobody cared about it for 4 years. We didn't hear one thing about Epstein files for 4 years. So if you cared about it, you should have been saying stuff for 4 years. You haven't brought it up for 4 years. Now everybody wants to talk about it. To me, I'm just over it. I think we have better things to think about and worry about. Again, I want justice for these women, 1,000%. But you got the Clintons who won't show up for their court hearing and nothing gets done about it. Okay. We know that Bill Clinton was at an island like 17, 18 times. He was on the plane like 28 times. We know. Again, this is facts. Nothing's being done about it. We know other people that were in the files. We have pictures, we have text, or not text, but emails. We got all this stuff. Nothing's being done. There's stuff we already know and nothing's being done. What's the point of having more files released? Nothing's being done for the people that we already know. Hey, well, let's take care of the people that we definitely know. Put them in jail. Do something with them. But we're not even doing that. So to me, it's like, it's just a waste. It's pay attention to affordability. Pay attention to, you know, what else is important? Getting deporting people, getting people out of here. That's important. Stay focused on the stuff that's affecting our everyday lives. Okay. Um, Again, I'm not trying to downplay what happened to these women. Not at all. Believe me. I sympathize with them 1,000%. But I just feel like that's not the top priority right now. It's number 5. Okay, we'll say 5. We have 4 things that are top priority is deportations. Second is the economy. Third is getting the prices down. Fourth might be Epstein. Okay? Just saying. Okay? Actually, number 1 would be uniting the party. Number 2 would be deportations. 3 would be economy. 4 would be prices coming down. 5 would be Epstein. Again, my opinion. I'm a nobody, but this is what I think. Okay? We need to unite the party, number 1. Win midterms. Republicans have to show up to vote. Okay? We need to sway the independent vote. Make sure the independents sway to us. Keep swaying to us, not swaying left. We want them to sway with us. A lot of them have the same problems, the same things want done. It's just, do they believe it's happening? Do they see division? Like the independent person, they're independent. They go either way. It's going to be what helps them. And realistically, that's what, I mean, I hate to say it, but what the taxpayer right now, the blue collar person, like what affects our lives is what we should be worried about. Okay. I know people are going to bash me and say, you're so insensitive to these women. Okay. I'm not insensitive. A lot of bad things happened to me when I was younger by men. I am not insensitive, not one bit. Okay. I just think that right now, number one, we don't even have judges that are even going to do anything about it. Number one. Okay. So we can indict these people, put them in jail. Nothing's going to come about. Okay. Number one, we need stronger majority in the Congress. We need to get the rhinos out. We need people that care about the American people in there. Get the judges out. Then start prosecuting these people. That is what should happen. The way people want it done, nothing's going to come out of it. We can't even. Are you eating the cat food? Sorry. He has his own food, but he thinks he should eat the cat food. Anyway, so um, that's my take on it. Again, I'm just an everyday person. I'm just hoping that other people may see it the way I see it and think about it and be like, oh, yeah, that does make a lot of sense. Okay. Maybe I'm hoping it's about common sense, critical thinking, using your brain. Like, I don't know sometimes what people think. I really don't. It's like people are too emotional. They think about stuff emotionally instead of logically. Okay. I always say, like, maybe I should have been a man because I don't have all those emotions. I don't. I am just like, no, to the point, common sense, what works. Like, I am a realist. And I know like it drives people crazy. Realists drive people crazy because they want to be, uh, what is it, a half glass half full. What are they called? I can't remember what they're called. Pessimists. I think that's what they're called. And I'm just like, no, I'm just a realist. I go by what's realistic. Okay. What makes more sense? Okay. What makes more sense is the policies that are going to help us right now. Okay. And hopefully carry those policies into the future and make our children's lives better, our grandchildren's lives better. That's what makes sense. Why other people don't feel that way, I don't understand. I mean, I get they're just looking at right now. They're not thinking of future, but they want to make sure they have a 401k and Social Security for when they retire. Policies affect that. So that's why we need to be worrying about policies right now, not all this stuff that makes no sense. Anyway, I am probably going to get off here because my throat is really tickly and I probably need to rest it. Um, I usually don't do a podcast on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. I may do something on Wednesday night for Christmas Eve. I was gonna do like something Christmassy today, but I couldn't like think of something to do. Uh so um I do want to tell everyone Merry Christmas who's watching right now and may watch this before Christmas. Have a Merry Christmas and rest and enjoy your family and stay positive about everything that's going on. I did last night on my podcast, and I was saying how positive when you talk to a plant positively, what happens, and when you talk to a plant negatively. And so I'm just gonna be positive and be positive about the whole situation in this country right now. I will state facts and my opinions, but I'm gonna stick to the positive way. And I just hope that everyone else can be logical and be positive. And I'm gonna stop with that. And I just want to tell everyone Merry Christmas.